Hi, everyone. Greg Burrell here, Minister of Music and Worship at the First Baptist Church of Barnesville, with your devotional thought for the day. We're going to be reading just a few verses, well-known verses, from the book of James today. You ready? James chapter 1, verse 2. Consider it pure joy, my brothers, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith develops perseverance. Perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. Now, I think we all think about when we get to heaven, who it is that we want to see when we get there. There's some special biblical figures, perhaps, that we'd like to meet. I would love to meet Paul. I think, gosh, Paul was so awesome, and he's like high on my list. Mary and Martha, I think they're a couple of the great, most compelling New Testament figures, wonderful sisters that love Jesus so much. And then there's James. And when I bump into James, I think I'm going to say, hey, that consider it joy whenever you face trials of many kinds? That was pretty annoying. Okay? James, you kind of got on my nerves with that because it's very challenging. It's difficult. It's not an easy thing for us to consider it pure joy when difficulties come into our lives, right? Well, we all know that we're living in a challenging time right now. We would prefer this time and all of our times to be easier for us, right? We know that we live in a fallen world and that sometimes living in that fallen world is very hard. I find myself very frequently going, and why does it have to be so hard? Because it is, okay? Let me just remind you of a few things that you already know. Number one, God knew it was tough when He put you here, when He called you here, and He thought you were up to it. He thought I was up to it. We don't want to prove Him wrong, do we? We want to prove Him right. An easier life would mean really that we don't need God. Again, you know these things. You've heard this. And if we didn't need Him, we wouldn't develop the relationship with Him that we're in the process of developing with Him. And that's what He wants most for us and what we should want most for ourselves. Difficult means strong, means we become strong. Difficult means we grow. Difficult means we become more like Jesus here on this earth. I sent a text to the choir not long ago with a really great quote in it. I have no clue who Saint Theophan, if that's the way you pronounce it, Saint Theophan maybe. I have no clue who he was, but I love what he said. He said, throw out of your head the idea that you can, through a comfortable life, become what you must be in Christ. It doesn't work that way. We don't become what we must be in Christ by living comfortable lives, but instead by interacting with this fallen world that we live in while God trains us to react the way that Jesus would react in our difficult times. So, meditate on that. Remember, in this difficult time, it doesn't mean that God doesn't love us. It means He's building us more and more into the image of Jesus Christ. Y'all have a great day. Get on the phone and check on someone, okay? Bye now.